Because it's the last one that you ever get. Now
no.
we
Hey,
know.
what's up, YouTube? It's the boy.
It's the last one you ever get.
My-
Then they kill you.
Better be grateful.
My favorite thing is for some reason my YouTube, because I follow the Down to Dunk
Yeah.
YouTube page, it just like showed up populated like watch last week's trivia show, and so I played it, and like anytime, apparently at least at the beginning, anytime Luke would say something, it was just Luke on my TV like
Oh, really?
screaming about being the L man.
I love that.
That's tight.
I'll
People
take a
love
picture next time.
Hey, guys, I had a dream. It really was more of a nightmare this past week that I looked in the mirror and I have like, do you know what I'm talking about when I just say Donald Trump neck?
Like a turkey neck?
Yeah, I
That's
had a
right.
dream. I had it. Now I'm
Well, your neck's always been very flexible.
I'm worried. I'm worried. What happens if it loses it?
It'll happen. You just gotta
Yeah.
I'm worried.
You've always had a very stretchy. Can you still pull your chin above your chin?
No, but this is the joke. Remember, you'd go into people and be like, "Hey," I like a sleeper. I'd be like, "Hey, man, I fell over and I lost my toothbrush. Where'd it go? I can't find my toothbrush. It's in there. You swallowed." Classic.
Yeah.
Total classic.
You used to do that every day. We loved it.
I love it. Every day of high school, walking in. Going
Look, will you do that? Do your toothbrush joke.
People love that.
Guys, it's my ring finger.
Tight.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, let's start and tell us the rules.
Yeah.
That's how it typically goes. All right. You guys ready?
Good idea, Luke.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the Deborah Bucket Trivia Hour. I'm your host, Deborah Bucket. And it's week 11. Actually, it's not. I mean, it is technically week 11, but for our purposes, it's actually week 1. What? Well, if you listened last week, you know that the Kyle Three-Man Weavers had their last stand. And it was a valiant effort, but unfortunately, they thought that Patriots Day was called Patriot Day. And as a result, they lost 7 weeks to 3 weeks to the Ketchup Kings. Now, I asked on Twitter. Actually, I didn't ask on Twitter. Somebody just sent me a DM. Let me say their name. Not Mayor David Holt, who is in my DMs. No, at Brian Cromer, who said, "Hey, will you guys do an Andrew versus everyone trivia show?" And I pitched it to the guys, and Andrew's first response was, "I'm gonna get trucked." So then I put a poll out on Twitter. I said, "Hey, if we did our classic trivia show, but did Andrew versus everyone, who would you bet on?" And by a span, is that what it is? A span of 65% to 35%, the Down to Dunk listeners said that they would bet on Andrew beating 3 other people, including, may I add, the L Train.
The disrespect to the L Train this past week, I will not stand for it.
Clearly, these listeners had not listened to the first 10 weeks when the L Train was just gaining steam. You know, the guys, the conductors, whatever they're called, they were down in the engine room just shoveling coal, and the L Train was picking up, and it was going faster and faster. And then what? How are you rewarded for that, Luke? People say no, wasn't him.
People slap me in my Thomas the Train face.
They did. Now, as a secondary effect, they also did slap the Kyle Three-Man Weavers in the face, Jay and Taylor.
We
I
deserve
didn't
it.
see any slapping.
Yeah, but they felt better about that. Now, So we're going to do a regular trivia week, but it's going to be Andrew by himself
Yeah.
versus
I don't like this for the record.
Yeah,
the
let's
Kyle
do
Three-Man
this.
Weavers. Now, unless you guys have a name in mind, I think we could keep it the Kyle Three-Man Weavers since there are 3 men now.
Yeah.
And then we could just change the Ketchup Kings to the Ketchup King.
I feel like that's disrespectful to me. And doesn't take into account my contributions really to either team. So,
Well, would you like to call Andrew something else off the top of your head?
I don't know.
All right, so Ketchup King it is. All right,
What
so
about-
let me share my screen really quickly. Host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
Man, hold on.
Andrew really doesn't want this to happen. Now, Andrew, there's a lot of pressure on you because the Down to Dunk listeners.
No, there's way more pressure than us on us.
Is there? Because 65% of people picked Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have-
okay.
Jay,
What?
you have me now. You haven't even welcomed me to the team.
Welcome to the team, man.
Thank you.
We ride the L train.
We ride the L train. Pick it.
Hey Jay, let's finish this long con off, dude. You guys think we didn't do this on purpose?
Yeah, we threw the last 4 weeks.
Try now.
I made one of these trivia games for my friend who's really in for trivia for his birthday, and he went against 9 of my friends, and he won 9,000 to 0
What?
Holy crap.
because I let the other team at the very end do double or nothing. They only had 1,000 points, and then they still lost. Okay, so here we go. The year is 2017, 2018. This, of course, was the year of the OK3. Andrew's actually wearing his OK3 shirt tonight
Check it out.
with Mello, Rust, and PG all on there. It says Thundercats. Okay, let's do a quick season review just to get you guys in the mood of this magical season. Of course, remember, this was the season of the Is This Actually Fun pod. Okay, season review. Markelle Fultz was selected first overall in the 2017 NBA draft. Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double again.
He averaged it.
James Harden won MVP despite the media hating him. Somehow he still did it. Playoff P could not defeat Joe Ingles, and the Warriors won their second straight title, but were miserable. So we're going to start with our first question, and to give Andrew a little leg up, because there is only one of him, I'm actually going to have the Kyle Three-Man Weavers answer this first. So the first question for the Kyle Three-Man Weavers is, what was Carmelo Anthony's net rating in the 6-game series against the Utah Jazz in the 2018 NBA playoffs? So net rating, as you remember, it can be positive. It could be negative. It can go to infinity, I think.
Infinity.
Kyle Three-Man Weavers, any thoughts?
we're not very
Oh man. Yeah, Jay, that's a good. Go with it.
-20. Final answer.
All right, -20 is our final answer. Ketchup
Neg-
King.
-19.
-19 is the Ketchup King final answer. The correct answer is, you guys were right, it is negative, but it was -33.4, which means that the Kyle Three-Man Weavers have
We
control of the
always win.
board.
Yeah,
Now, the categories
welcome
this
to our
week.
team, Luke. We always win that first one and then get
Yeah.
annihilated.
Do the rest
Yeah.
of the work, baby.
That's true. If the trivia game was just one question long, Kyle Three-Man Weavers would have absolutely trucked the Ketchup Kings. Okay, so the categories this week: Tweet Storm. I'm going to show you a tweet. You're going to answer a question about it. Thunderstruck. All questions about the Thunder during the OK3 year. Did anyone call them that, actually? On Cinema, at the Cinema, you know what it is. And He's a Guy. So these are kind of our staples. I will tell you that there is a new category. Actually, there's 2 new categories in the second round. But for right now, we're easing you into it. So Kyle Three-Man Weavers, where would you like to go?
What do you guys think?
We ride the L train, man. Whatever you
Oh,
thinking, Luke. Whatever you think,
wow.
Luke.
Here's my thinking. Alex, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
You know how you said one week you thought it was you made it really hard? Is this as hard as that week?
No, I actually feel like this week is pretty fair all around.
Did you make like any of them easier since Andrew's alone?
I will say I think on cinema the cinema is more difficult this week, but that's only because of the movies that came out this week and what I had to choose from. It wasn't by design.
Guys, I think we should do on cinema last because I don't think Andrew will do very well in it.
The L man knows my weaknesses.
Because I
the last 10 movies Andrew saw was Moana.
A great movie, by the way.
Let's do Tweet Storm for 100.
Let's do it, man.
All right, Tweet Storm for 100 points. Which player tweeted this Fresh Prince gif after a mid-season trade? So I think Andrew has actually sent out this gif before. It's, of course, Will Smith as the Fresh Prince doing a whoa kind of face.
Oh man, guys, are you in the? Do we got anything?
Got 244,000 likes. January 28th, 2018.
Season trade
Happened after a mid-season trade.
I don't think that would have been that guy, Jay, but I think it's on that team. Do I? Huh.
Oh wow,
What do you
sounding
got
like
for us,
some
Luke?
classic Kyle three-man Weaver banter.
Oh, he's gone. Luke's gone.
And Luke has disconnected.
It's because they are texting. In order for me to look at the text, I have to get out of the Zoom, right?
I trust
I
the
think so.
Stab at this, Andrew.
This, Andrew.
Wow, Andrew's already going with some psychological warfare, getting in Luke's head.
Luke, did you send something, or did you
No,
just read
I'm
our?
just reading what you guys are saying. This is one of the ones where you guys, I'm up for whatever you guys think.
Oh no, which train are they riding?
Jay, I'm not comfortable with any of these, so let's go with the first one.
LeBron James' final answer.
No, the second one. Damn.
Okay.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal.
I believe this is Blake Griffin.
Oh, that's
And
right.
that is correct. Blake Griffins.
Was
So
that when
the
he was
Ketchup
traded to
King.
Detroit?
Yes, it was.
How about
Oh,
All right, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
that? Ketchup King.
I'll go. He's a guy for 100.
He's a guy for 100 points. This NBA player, set the NBA record for fastest triple-double in NBA history, doing so in 14 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Fastest triple-double in NBA history, doing so in 14 minutes.
I guess I'll say James Harden. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you have a chance to steal.
Just an answer that seems very obvious. That
I know it feels like it's Russ, but that feels like I don't know. He hasn't been putting Thunder players in other categories.
just feels weird.
The mind games have started.
Oh man. I really feel like this is
you can just say it. Andrew's already answered it wrong. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So we can just talk.
You can just talk, not even about this question.
So
prefer
what
not-
are you guys
I prefer
doing?
not to. So
What about
Hey,
Chris
it's
Paul?
either Russ or Chris Paul. I
feel like could also be a Warrior. I feel that somewhere. It could okay.
I don't know, man. I feel good about Russ or CP. That's all I feel good about.
I feel like it could be Klay Thompson. He does stuff really fast and really well.
Not a triple double though.
Could have.
Ooh.
Hey, Luke, we're gonna need the L train from the last 10 weeks.
Could also be
Klay Thompson, who didn't dribble for ever.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, I
Yeah.
unplugged my cord. I was gonna say could be Alfred Payton or John Wall.
It's funny you say that because I thought of Alfred Payton too.
I don't know. Guess
There's
something.
no way it's Alfred Payton. Let's go Russell Westbrook. Final answer.
No.
That
I
is
mean,
incorrect.
that is the obvious answer, but of course, it's never obvious on the Deborah Buckets Trivia Hour. Correct answer. You guys were thinking of guards. It was actually a big man. Of course, it was Nikola Jokic.
Good.
Did it in 14 minutes.
That's wild.
Oh, of course.
Maybe if you guys actually cared about big men, but you guys are all small guys.
I
Not
am
Jay.
most definitely
Wow,
not
you
a
gonna
small
let
guy.
him talk to you like that, Jay?
Yeah, it's fine. I feel
You guys look
flattered.
tiny on my computer. Okay, Kyle, 3-man Weavers, you have control of the board.
L train. Come
Let's
on,
do-
man.
Let's do Thunderstruck for 100.
All right, test.
This is weird. You guys
testing it
spreading it out. Thunderstruck for 100 points. Which reporter first broke the Paul George to OKC trade? So this was the first tweet that was sent out on June 30th, 2017. It says Paul George has been traded to OKC per sources. No period. They were rushing to get it out.
I think that's right, Jay.
Ramona
It's-
Shelburne. Final answer.
That is correct for 100 points. Ramona Shelburne.
Man, that was
All right.
wild.
And that triggers a bonus question. Name all the players and picks that were exchanged for Paul George and Carmelo Anthony.
Victor Oladipo,
There's one.
Domantas Sabonis,
There's two. Okay.
Ennis Cantor.
All right. That's three.
I think Doug McDermott, Taylor.
No, that was the Bulls trade.
No, that's where they got him from.
No.
Did they just
Wait,
let him
what?
expire?
Oh no, you're right. Oh shit. Shoot,
Oh.
you're right.
John
Where
Wall.
are you?
Any picks?
I was
there
thinking
any
like
picks?
Alfred Payton.
They give
I was
any
thinking
picks to
like,
They giving you picks to the Knicks or the Pacers for that?
oh god, did they give a pick to the Pacers?
Did
I
they?
don't know.
Did they?
A second rounder somewhere probably.
Ketchup King is taunting you guys.
We'll call it a second rounder. There's a second rounder in there. Final answer.
Okay. So you said Oladipo, Sabonis, McDermott, Cantor, and a second round pick.
Yeah, McDermott that was more of a conversation between the T-Plane and L Train and myself.
Okay, so McDermott
J-Bay.
came over with Taj. You're right, Jay. But did he not leave?
I think he had one more year, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Let's say McDermott.
McDermott, the second.
Cantor,
Final
Oladipo,
answer.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to give it to you. I was going to ask for slightly more specific with the Chicago second round pick, but that's okay. You got the second round pick. I'm going to
Taylor-
give you extra
Taylor
100
actually
points for
mentioned Chicago too, so
that is true. The words were all there.
Yes.
Or became Mitchell Robinson, by the way.
That is true.
You get no points for that.
You get no points for that,
there
Andrew.
are no
In
points
fact, you
Andrew.
get
Get out.
negative points for speaking up.
Yeah.
Don't talk when it's a Kyle 3-man Weaver's turn. All right, Kyle 3-man Weavers, you have control of the board.
You want to do one of the questions from the second round, Luke, just to keep
Huh?
it spread it out a little bit?
No. Thunderstruck 200.
Thunderstruck for 200 points. In October 2017, the Thunder hired former Orlando GM Rob Hennigan and gave him what title?
Oh man.
And you have to tell me the complete title.
This is one of those ones that sounds made up.
They hired
Something like what I just
Rob
said.
Hennigan.
God, you guys
Yeah,
test.
it's that, but I think there's an and like
Like and culture or something.
future. Like, does that ring any bells? What I just sent you?
Kind of.
You know that Andrew knows this.
He's waiting like a lion to pounce.
Him and Rob Hennigan are real tight.
Oh man.
I
He
think
calls
it's
it
like
Bobby
that.
Henny.
I think that's what we have is pretty close.
Yeah, I think do that. I think it's like not that, but it's words that are kind of close to that, you know?
We're gonna go with the director of future and innovation.
The
Wow.
future and
The
innovation.
future, excuse me, the future.
You didn't get any of the main words correct. Over to the Ketchup King.
Whoa.
He's the vice president of insight and foresight.
Let's take a look. That is correct. The vice president of insight and foresight.
So here's my favorite thing about it is it's not like that's less ridiculous than what we said. Like it's equally ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, this
just a
sounds
real answer.
better. This sounds better.
Also, who's the president of specifically insight and foresight?
True.
I was gonna make a bonus question of this because they didn't hire another guy. I forget the guy's name, but they like upgraded him to another vice president role, and it had a very similar name, but it was different words. Okay, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
I'll go Thunderstruck 300.
Wait, hold up. Oh yeah.
Thunderstruck for 300. The Thunder had 4 players attempt at least 3 free throws per game, and only one of them, Paul George, shot better than 74% from the line. Who were the other 3? So you have to tell me the 3 players other than Paul George who attempted at least 3 free throws per game.
Russell Westbrook. Are you gonna? Do I have to name all 3?
You have to name all 3.
Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams. Okay, thank you. I'll go Jeremy Grant.
So Russ, Steven Adams, and Jeremy Grant. That is correct for 300 points. Oh my. All right, Ketchup King, you have control of the board and you get one more.
Oh my God.
Thunderstruck
Oh.
400.
Thunderstruck for 400 points. The Thunder were only swept by one Western Conference team, going 0-4 against them during the season. Which team was it? You got a 1-in-14 shot. And I'm not even going to tell you guys on the roster because I thought about doing it, but there were even the 15th man, you would have gotten it.
You're not going to give me anything?
I'm not giving you anything. If you watch this season, you would know.
You'd know, loser.
Andrew, you were there.
I was
You,
there.
you lived it.
Sounds like you were playing hooky instead of going to the games.
I actually think this was the Blazers, the Trailblazers.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct for 400 points.
Remember they got Corey Brewer, and he was like one of his first games in Portland, and they still couldn't beat him with Corey Brewer.
And just like that, it is 1,000 to 200. The Kyle Three-Man Weavers are in a familiar position.
Luke, welcome, man.
Hey, it feels good, guys. I feel like we should go Thunderstruck 500.
Yeah, just go ahead and give those points right back to Andrew. Let's
Oh,
go.
oh,
Elton.
Let's do it,
Chugga,
man.
chugga,
He's
chugga,
gonna
chugga,
get him
chugga.
anywhere.
Choo, choo.
All right, Thunderstruck for 500 points. Rank the Thunder starters based on their playoff PER from highest to lowest.
Oh, this is horrible.
So I gave them the starters. It's Russ, Paul George, Steven Adams, Carmelo Anthony, and Corey Brewer. And you just have to rank them in order from highest PER to lowest PER.
Yeah, Jay, that's pretty close to what I was about to send.
Yeah, I think so. Well, however, I think we might switch PG and Russ is my thinking because playoff P was pretty.
He
bad.
was pretty bad. That's a good. That is.
He
a
was
good
pretty
point.
bad, so I think I would switch him in that answer.
All right, let's do it. Corey Brewer, number 1. Steven Adams, number 2. Russell Westbrook, number 3. Paul George, number 4. And Melo, number 5.
That was all 5 names in an order, but it wasn't correct. Over to the Ketchup King.
I think this is Russell, Steven, Paul, Corey and Mello.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Let's take a look at the correct answer. That is absolutely correct for 500 points. Russ, Steven Adams, Paul George, Corey Brewer, and Carmelo Anthony.
That's how I would.
And Paul George was at 14.6, which was the most interesting one to me because that's below average.
Pretty bad.
But he was so bad. He was good in the first game.
He had 2 games. I think he was decent.
God, he was so good in that first game. He had
He was.
the peak on fire.
Had the peak on fire.
All right, Ketchup King, you have control of
so
the
to
board.
be fair for us, so we don't feel so stupid, like
No, I think you should.
that one actually was kind of made sense.
I know. I thought if you could figure out that Russ and Steve were first, because you knew that Paul George wasn't good, and you knew that Melo was last, you really just had to decide between Paul George and Corey Brewer.
Yeah, Russ was good. I'll go. He's a guy for 2.
All right, he's a guy for 200 points. These 2 guys became the first 40-year-olds in NBA history to both score at least 15 points in the same game.
40-year-olds.
40-year-olds.
You're saying 40 or 4?
I'm saying 4. They were also the first toddlers to ever both score 15 points in the same game.
See, I don't think that's right.
I don't think they should let them kids play like that. That's not right.
Means they gotta go to college at 3, and that's just too young.
Shoot.
This was only, was this 2 years ago? Jeez, it feels like forever ago. That was only 2 years ago.
Is this? God, that can't be right. Is this Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett?
Is that your final answer?
Final answer?
That is incorrect. Kyle 3-Man Weavers, you have a chance to steal.
Well, that was exactly my guess. So
It's mine, and I'm pretty confident on mine.
okay.
It's mine and
Who is mine?
I mean, you could
Oh,
do either
yeah,
one of
we
those
could
2
say.
guys and that guy.
so it's Vince and Tim. Would Vince have been? I'm pretty sure he's like 41 or 42 now.
Well, that means 2 years ago that would be right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we got a math whiz on the line.
Do it, Jay. Go with Vincent. Vincent
What?
Tim, final answer.
Well, you got the teams correct, but it was actually Vince and Manu.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
he
Vince
that
and
old?
Manu.
Wow.
All right, Kyle 3-Man Weavers, you
Good
have
job on
controlled the
Vince.
board.
Okay, guys, I think we need to get some points from cinema.
On cinema.
On cinema to cinema 100.
All right, on Cinema to Cinema for 100 points. Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, and Andy Serkis.
Hold on.
Black Panther, final answer.
Hold on.
That is correct.
Jay, come on, man.
I was
Jay,
making
you
sure-
got to jump on the L train.
I'm
We're
just
right.
letting you know that I was incredibly nervous that it was the Black Panthers.
Oh, come on.
What?
That would be so dumb.
I mean, okay.
I mean, it
Hey,
is true
ride-
that there have been multiple
Ride
Black
the damn
Panthers.
train.
All right, that triggers a bonus question. You get an extra 100 points.
All right.
In the 1990s, this actor brought a Black Panther script to Columbia Pictures, hoping that he could get the movie produced and play the lead character.
Jay, I think this is
Is it not Wesley Snipes? Yeah, that's my guess
Okay.
too.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct for an extra 100 points.
Here we come, Andrew, and watch yourself, boy.
All right, Kyle 3-Man Weavers, you have control of the board.
200, do it, L-Man. L-Train.
200.
All right, on Cinema to Cinema, 200 points. Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Mindy Kaling, Aquafina, and Rihanna.
This is the woman Ocean's 11.
Was it called Ocean's 13, though?
Oh, then it's. Look at your phone, Luke.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's. I think it's mine, Jay. I don't think it's yours.
Dude, yeah, fine.
I know that because there was you got to think there was an ocean. Hold on, I don't know how to get back to Zoom. You guys can see my face.
Did you see mine?
Because there was an Ocean's 11, and then the sequel was Ocean's 12, and the threequel was Ocean's 13. So it's not Ocean's 13.
It's mine. It's
Ocean's
mine.
8.
Oh, Taylor, go.
Ocean's 8. Final answer.
That is correct. Ocean's 8 for 200 points.
Is it really an apostrophe S? I guess that makes sense.
Oh,
huh?
dang it. I didn't say it. Will you still give me the points?
Because that's, yeah.
Wow, some holdover bitterness from last week, seen from the Kyle Three-Man Weavers. All right, you guys can still get one more. You've gotten 2 in a row.
Simna, 300.
Simna for 300 points. Emily Blunt, Millicent Simmons, Noah Jupe.
Why are there only 3?
Because it's probably The Quiet Place.
Oh, interesting. We'll say it.
I'll answer.
I believe it's Quiet Place.
Oh,
I'm legitimately like, is there
yeah,
the
he just texted us. Oh, no.
The Quiet Place?
That doesn't sound right, though.
Duh.
God, have we not answered it yet?
Jay, I'm stressing out
Crippling.
about this.
Have we not answered it yet?
No, you have not
No.
answered yet.
Is it a the, Luke?
Oh my God.
Is it
I
The
don't-
Quiet Place?
Or a Quiet
I think
Place?
it's The Quiet Place. Or is it just,
Oh, no.
I think it's The Quiet Place. The Quiet Place.
Call it.
Final answer.
That is incorrect, Ketchup King. You have a chance to steal.
Quiet Place. Final answer.
That is also incorrect.
A
Quiet Place?
It was A Quiet Place.
Oh my god.
Hey, you didn't lose any points though. So you
I
guys
still
did
feel
pretty
dumb.
well. And you should. All right, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
A
Oh,
Quiet Place.
He's a guy for 300.
He's a guy for 300 points. This 2017 rookie set the NBA record for fastest to 100 three-pointers, doing so in his first 41 games.
Wow, congrats.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow.
Fastest to 100 three-pointers.
I'm going to go Laurie Markkinen. Final answer.
That is correct, Laura Markkinen. And that actually should trigger a bonus, which it didn't. So
bad.
I can ask you the bonus because I know what it is. All right. So the bonus question for an extra 100 points is this 2018 rookie missed Laurie Markkinen's record by only 1 game. He hit 100 threes in his first 42 games.
So this is the next year's draft.
Correct.
Oh.
Only missed it by 1 game.
Trey Young.
So your final answer.
I don't know.
That is incorrect. Correct answer was Luka Doncic.
It's going to pick between the two, but I thought Trey shot more threes.
All right, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
He's a guy for 4.
He's a guy for 400 points. This guy became the youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double, beating a record set earlier in the same season.
Ben Simmons. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you have a chance to steal. So this is the youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double, and it beat a record that was set earlier in the same season.
A lot of radio silence over here.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Yeah, that
throwing
works.
names.
Try it.
Donovan Mitchell. I'm not saying final answer, Alex.
You're
Throwing
just
out
trying to
names.
gauge my response.
Just
Trying
trying
to look at
see,
your
like-
mouse.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, Tay.
Yeah. God, I don't think of him as a triple double man, but I can't think of any. I
Does
have
he
no
get the
idea who's in
bounds,
this
man? Does he
frickin'
get the
draft.
bounds?
I don't know anyone in this draft class. Let's just go Donovan Mitchell. Final answer.
That is incorrect. I've actually already told you the name of this player. It is Markelle Fultz,
Oh wow.
Whoa.
youngest player in NBA history to get a triple-double. Still stands today, as far as I know.
Wow.
Okay, Kyle, three-man weavers. You have control of the board.
Cinema.
I should him out to cinema for 400 points. Jake Johnson, Hannibal Burris, Rashida Jones, John Hamm, and Jeremy
tag.
Renner.
Just tag.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Tag.
That is
Just
correct.
tag.
I didn't know
Did
if
you
that was
know-
a popular movie or not.
Did you know that I've never seen it, but I wanted to? You know that Jeremy Renner's arms had to be CGI'd in that movie
Why?
Why?
because he broke both his arms at the Avengers.
Wow, how do you do
So
that?
all his arms in the movie are CGI'd.
Hey, can I read some things from the chat?
Yeah.
L train trash. T train better.
Whoa!
Who's
Wow,
that
they're
from?
King Fire. J boxing the L train. LMAOOOO.
Oh.
L train sabotage.
Wow.
I think this is Andrew's wife in the other room trying to sow discord
Yeah.
in
There
the
are
Kyle Freeman
agents.
Weavers.
There are agents of chaos in the YouTube comments right now, sent from out of state.
All right, Kyle Freeman Weavers, you have control of the board.
Summoner.
As summoner, 500 points. Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer, Kristen Wiig, and Domhnall Gleeson.
Oh.
Some names you might recognize. Javier Bardem, of course, from No Country for Old Men. Ed Harris from Apollo 13. Michelle Pfeiffer, she was in that Ant-Man and Wasp I just watched. And my wife was like, she looks good.
What could this possibly be?
And remember, you can always ask for the top build name, but if you get it right or wrong, you will not.
Guys, I
get
have
the
a theory. I
points.
think I know what this is. I think the top build name is. Do you guys want me to text it to you or talk to you about it?
I say talk about it because I don't really think the top build name would help Andrew that much anyway.
I think it's Matt Damon, and I think it's that movie where he gets shrunken. And he goes to the,
Downsize.
and he goes
Dude.
and he goes to where he's and they like get vodka out of like a gigantic Sky vodka bottle, and then they're all mini.
That's it.
I think that's right. Because
Downsize,
Kristen
right?
Wiig's his wife, and she doesn't get shrunken.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it
Downsized?
downsized?
I think so.
Just
But I
slur.
did
Just
not.
slur the word.
Not sure.
Alex, can you take your earphones out real quick?
Downsized.
I think it's past tense.
I think it's downsized.
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
I know this.
Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal.
It's downsizing.
Well, you were all wrong because it was not Matt Damon as the top build name. But that is true. That the name of that movie is Downsizing. The top build name for this movie is Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh.
And similar to last week, it's a title about mommies.
Mother.
Oh, it's Mother.
It's
This is
Joy.
Mother.
Oh man, I really thought I was gonna get him.
You were. Real,
All right,
Real excited.
Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
We did not get enough points in that category, boys.
Wait, we got 400.
I'll go. He's a guy for 5.
Got
He's a guy
800.
for 500 points. This 14-year veteran became the 9th player to have a 30-point, 30-rebound game.
Whoa.
I think this is Dwight Howard. Final answer.
That is correct for 500 points. Wow. All right, we only have one category left. Tweet Storm and Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
Tweet Storm for 2.
Tweet Storm for 200 points. What was Eric Bledsoe's explanation for this tweet? And the tweet was, I don't want to be here.
I think he said he was in a shop or something like that.
I'm going to need you to be more specific.
I think he was in like a shop with his significant other.
I'm going to need more specific.
I think it was like a beauty shop or a barber shop. Final answer.
He's gonna
All
be
right.
more like.
I'm going to give that to you. He was stuck in a hair salon with his wife, and that is worth 200 points.
You're You're a disgusting person, Andrew.
And for a bonus 100 points, in addition to 2 draft picks, what player did the Suns receive from the Bucks in return for Eric Bledsoe?
Greg Monroe.
And that is correct.
That is correct.
All right, Ketchup King, you can get one more.
Was there ever an L train? It's making me wonder.
Oh, wow.
300.
Taylor, this is not the support that the L train runs on your hopes and dreams.
Tweet Storm for 300 points. Which basketball personality tweeted and then deleted this tweet, later explaining that it was supposed to be a DM? So the tweet was from the NBA. It said, James Harden is putting on a show. Hashtag Rockets. Tune in at NBA on TNT. And this person said, it's an embarrassment. I think the league is happy with all the scoring that it doesn't want to enforce stuff like that. So which basketball personality tweeted and then deleted that tweet, later saying it was supposed to be a DM? They were being critical of James Harden.
Oh man, I really don't know. I'll say Paul Pierce. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Okay, Kyle Three-Man Weavers. Does this begin the comeback?
Guys, I just have literally not even a good guess.
Well, why don't you try the
I mean-
3 brains you have?
That's a fine guess. I'm talking to them, Alex, not talking to you.
I guess we can talk about it, huh?
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady, Chauncey Billups,
All great.
Tim Legler,
Rachel Nichols,
somebody that loves defense, Scottie Pippen.
Doris Birkenheim. What if it was what if it was Phil Jackson? What if it was Adam Silver?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's an NBA personality.
It's gotta be somebody that's like old, like
Bill
Awesome.
Russell.
like somebody that just like hates
Class-
the modern
Classic tweeter. Bill
Oscar
Russell.
Robertson.
Oh, it's Oscar, dude. Oh, it's Wilt, dude.
era as well from the grave.
From the grave, brother.
George Mikan.
Jay, literally, I'm not. You can say names all night.
Greg Anthony.
James Naismith?
Bob.
What if it's the Naismith, one of the Naismith ancestors?
Oh,
Yeah, we all know them.
James Naismith the fourth.
They're all good. Good.
Yeah, Jimmy Naismith.
I mean, Taylor, guess which one of them? Any of them? L Train?
Chauncey Billups, final answer.
All right. Well, you guys were focused a little too much on the idea of it being a basketball personality. I really just meant anyone involved with the league and any.
So anyone on Twitter?
No. I just thought you would go like, why would somebody be so
Oh,
embarrassed by this? They'd have to delete it.
Oh, a GM for the Boston Celtics, for example.
Danny Ainge.
That's closer to the right answer. The correct answer
Daryl
is
Morey.
Steve
Daryl Morey?
Kerr.
Oh wow.
Steve Kerr did that.
Wow.
Ow.
Did you know that, Andrew?
I don't.
He
remember.
really did. He deleted this thing fast.
Yeah, it only
No,
had
it's
15
interesting.
likes on it when they took this screenshot. Okay, Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you have a chance to get 900 points in these last 2 questions.
Let's
Come on,
do it.
guys. We need these.
Come on, L Train, take us there.
We
I'll-
need these.
We need these. We need these peas.
we need these.
We need these peas.
We
All
need-
right.
We need these peas.
Tweet Storm for 400. Which player sent this tweet, which was seen as a passive-aggressive shot? It says, unbelievable win tonight. Great, quote, team victory.
Draymond or
Oh wow.
this when they're having problems, man.
Unbelievable win tonight. Great, quote,
That seems like a
team
very
victory.
much a easy money sniper.
I didn't realize how dark my room was.
It's just you're getting closer to nighttime like us.
Hold on, I'll turn on a light.
Call it, Tay. Alex just sitting in the dark, just leading the trivia hour.
Jay, I'm
you still-
going with call it on which? Draymond or KD? Okay, Draymond Green, final answer.
More drag.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal.
I think this is Marcin Gortat.
Is that your final answer?
Final.
Correct answer, Marcin Gortat. Of course it was. This is when John Wall was out and the Wizards started playing better, and Gortat sent out this tweet as a shot to John Wall.
Your
Oh,
retention
alright.
is crazy.
It's all about John Wall for you guys.
So the last question, Ketchup King will get the first crack at this. Which recently retired player sent this tweet when his house was burglarized? I'm still in shock of the things they stole. Hand across face emoji 5 times. But the one that stand out the most is a toilet. ... Bro, a toilet? Can't get my mind off that. A toilet. ... Wow. Toilet emoji.
I think this might be Paul Pierce. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Kyle Three-Man Weavers. Recently retired player sent this tweet. His house, the burglars came and they took his toilet. Which
Really-
isn't easy to do. You have to have tools.
That'd be really hard to do.
Yeah.
Luke, who are you thinking, man?
I'm not thinking.
God.
You would go take a quick nap so we can do the second round. man?
Wow. Oh, wow. The L train is being attacked.
See, this is not how the L trade thrives.
Sorry, it's our loser attitude, man. That's
Luke,
what
how
got
does
us.
Steven Jackson sound to you?
Miguel
not getting
Davila
any
says Jay boxing the L train. LMAOO.
Is this my brother that sang this?
Miguel Davila also says L train sabotage.
Who is this that sang this?
J Smooth 27 L. J Smooth 27 L. J Smooth 27 T train is the best train.
Why does he think that? Who's Jay Smooth? Why do they like me so much? I suck at this game.
It's Kate.
J Smooth 27. He said Clay the role player. Laughing.
Did he ride out laughing?
Jess Purple. Laughing.
Andrew, quit. Let's say
All
Steven
right.
Jackson. That's all we've talked about.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Let's see what the correct answer was. They stole his toilet. It was Charlie Villanueva.
Alopecia.
All right, so at the end of round 1, the current score is Ketchup King 3,000. Kyle Three-Man Weavers 1,000. They're already down by 2,000 points, and we're heading on to round 2. The categories in round 2 are Top 5 power rankings. You know how Top 5 power rankings works. Happiest place on earth. These are all questions about Disney animated movies. Of course, the NBA will be going to Disney World to restart this season. We're going to be talking about the happiest place on earth. This team, you know what that is. And then miffed and peeved. These are all questions about some NBA drama that happened during the 2017-2018 season. So, Kyle Three-Man Weavers, as is tradition, are behind going into round 2. Where would you like to start?
Guys, we need to jump up on this Disney.
Let's do it.
Happiest place on Earth 100.
Jump up on the Disney.
All right, happiest place on earth for 100 points. What was the name of the small town where Lightning McQueen becomes stranded in the movie Cars?
You didn't say it was Pixar.
So I need to
say it was Pixar.
So Lightning McQueen, we all know him from Cars. He becomes stranded in a small town. What is the name of that town?
Alex, why didn't you give me draft grades?
I didn't think you need it, and I was correct.
I don't think that's it, Taylor.
You think that's
It is-
it?
I don't think that's it.
Okay. What about this one?
What about this other fictional small town name? Now, how many of you guys saw the movie Cars?
I did like when it came out.
So, this question I originally put as the 300-point question, but then I kept finding other questions that I liked more, so I moved it down to 100.
Koa Tran says, get Taylor Dickerson to say some explicit stuff about Tulsa again.
The people know what they want.
This is the chance here.
All right, any guesses from the Kyle Three-Man Weavers?
If you
It's
guys
in-
don't come,
God, what did you say?
sorry, Luke, didn't mean to interrupt the L train.
It's something like it's like a desert, isn't it?
It's in
Yeah.
the desert.
It's in the desert.
Correct.
Ketchup King is giving you hints.
I
You know
think
this-
it's not Death Valley because that's actually a place. It might be like Dusty something.
Yeah. Final answer. Dusty something. Wait, sorry.
How does this look?
I was thinking Dusty Gulch.
I was thinking Dusty Gilpin.
Dusty
Gulch
Gulch.
doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like a desert.
No.
I think it sounds pretty good.
My favorite is like we're just gonna stumble around forever and not ever get even remotely
You
close.
couldn't
to
be
it.
further from it.
Oh, no, Andrew. He's flexing on you.
Do you
Oh,
know
no.
it, Andrew?
I have 3 little boys at my house that I raise as
Okay.
my own.
Should we go with one of mine, guys?
Yeah. No, final
Okay.
answer. We don't have a clue, Alex. Final answer.
Rusty trombone. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King?
Radiator Springs, finally.
Oh, dang it.
That is correct. Radiator Springs. And just like that, the Ketchup King has control of the board. And the Kyle Three-Man Weavers are in shambles.
I'll do this team for 1.
This team
Use
is
the
for
bathroom.
100 points.
Help.
This team set a franchise record for wins this season with 65.
Houston Rockets, final answer.
That is correct for 100 points. And that triggers a bonus question. In the infamous 2018 Western Conference Finals Game 7, which Rockets player was 0 of 12 from the field, missing all 9 of his three-point attempts?
I think this is Trevor Ariza, final answer.
That is correct for an extra 100 points.
Taylor sent me Trevor Aruba.
All right, Ketchup King, you can get one more in a row.
This team, 200.
This team for 200 points. The Thunder had the same record as these two teams at the end of the season and received the highest seed based on tiebreakers.
I believe this is the Utah Jazz and the New Orleans Pelicans, final answer.
And that is correct for 200 points.
Luke, don't worry. While you're gone, we came back.
Yay.
Just like that, it is 3,500 to 1,000. We're looking at one of our worst beatdowns yet. Can the Kyle Three-Man Weavers, literally 3 of them, come back?
Oh man.
You guys have
Eltron.
control of the
We
board.
ride or die, man. L Train
But
for life.
happiest place
Cole
on earth,
says-
200.
Jake Cole says, Jay Crane got the moves.
Who
What
is
is
this?
that?
What does that mean?
You figure it out.
Niles Crane got the moves. Happiest place on earth, 200 points. What is the highest grossing Disney animated movie of all time? And I will tell you there are two possible answers for this. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to let you know that there are two possible answers. I'll accept either one. Highest grossing Disney animated movie of all time.
Does it? Okay, guys, I think this is either Lion King or Aladdin.
I don't think so, but
What do you think?
Oh, he
Frozen
texted
is
one.
not an
That's-
animated movie; it's CGI.
oh,
Okay, Alex, does Pixar or whatever count as animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Fuck.
God.
mark that one, Andrew.
He said frog. He has frogs outside his window.
Okay, it could be Frozen.
It also could be what's the superhero movie?
Oh, The Incredibles.
Incredibles.
Not
I feel
gonna
like
be
that.
Incredible.
It's an incredible answer.
It,
Also
it,
be
it
Up.
was not.
Also be Wall-E. Toy Story 1, 2, 3, or 4. Not 4. Could be 3.
Oh my god.
Too many.
This is what you get for riding the L train.
Dun, 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 dun. L
Choo
Train.
choo.
L Train, we roll with you,
right
man.
off the cliff.
I guess we could say Frozen, but I don't think so.
Would it have had to have been? No. It has nothing to do with this year. It's just general trivia.
I think it could be Frozen because highest grossing because tickets are more expensive now, so movies just make more now, and so this compared to like Lion King 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it's gonna make more. I say we say Frozen.
Frozen
You
final
think-
answer.
Okay.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King, you have a chance.
I think it's Frozen 2.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Let's take a look at the board, and it's Frozen 2. Now, the reason why I put the Lion King 2019 remake in here is because some people debate whether that is technically animated. Disney considers it live action, which it definitely is not, but it is either Frozen 2 or the Lion King 2019 remake. So for 200 points, Ketchup King got that, and he gets a bonus question. What is the highest grossing Pixar movie of all time? Did you know that Frozen is not a Pixar movie? I thought it was. I learned that.
Toy Story 4, final answer? I don't know.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2. All right, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
I'll go this team for 300.
This team for 300 points. 3 NBA teams had 2 players make an all NBA team. Name those teams, and I'll give you 100 points per correct answer.
Okay. I think
So there were 3 NBA teams who all had at least 2 of their players make an all NBA team.
Thunder. Do you? Oh yeah, 100. Yeah, final. Thunder.
That is correct. Russ and PG both made an all NBA team this year.
Golden State Warriors, final answer.
That is correct. Steph and KD both made an all NBA team.
Houston Rockets, final answer.
That is incorrect. So, Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you can steal 100 points if you can tell me the other NBA team who had 2 players make an all NBA team.
Okay, I'm throwing out teams. Bucks. Did Middleton make one? Utah.
Yeah, it's too early for Mitchell, isn't it?
Utah, D-Will, and Boozer?
That's a good one.
Karolinko and Boozer.
Would Portland have made it? No, because
Oh, Brandon Roy and Aldridge?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Batum?
Thinking Odin.
Yeah, I think you may be right with Middleton. Were the Bucks, but the Bucks weren't.
The Bucks were pretty good at this point.
But
If
not-
Middleton made it, he would have been like third.
You also have the
All-NBA team.
Cavs. Like this is the
The Cavs, but who? So
this is when they traded
LeBron
for Isaiah,
and-
right?
Mo Williams?
I don't think Love wouldn't have made it. Hold on, who else was good at this point?
Toronto.
DeRozan and Lowry. I can't see Lowry making one.
Hmm.
Can't see DeRozan doing anything worthwhile.
Boston.
Wow.
I don't think Boston was really.
No.
No.
Philly? No.
Philly would have been Embiid and
Simmons. But
Simmons.
they were young. He was young.
He was pretty good. He was rookie of the year.
Was this the year that Jimmy Butler and was on the Wolves?
Was it?
Would have been Butler and Cat. Now that we've gone through the
Oh,
entire
God.
NBA, do you have a guess?
No. No. My original feeling is Bucks with Giannis and Middleton.
call it.
Oh God. Bucks
Bucks.
final answer.
Nuck, if you buck, some classic Kyle Three-Man Weavers teamwork where Jay says the answer and they go with something else. It was the Timberwolves with Cat and Jimmy Butler.
You know how many times Jay said Timberwolves and we're like, nah, and it's the Timberwolves?
Oh.
10 weeks he said Timberwolves. It's always Timberwolves.
Well, I mean, they should have not ever said yes to them.
All right, Ketchup King, you can get one more.
This team for 4.
This team for 400 points. 2 NBA teams had 2 players make an all-defense team. Name those teams.
I think this is the Philadelphia 76ers final answer.
That is incorrect, Kyle Three-Man Weavers. You have a chance to steal.
Would it
So
be the
there's
Warriors, Taylor?
2
Kevin
teams,
Durant, Draymond
2
Green?
players on an all-defense team.
KD all defense? I don't remember that.
He was so good, though.
I
Hey.
know.
Taylor, guess what?
Chicken butt.
It's time that we ride the J vehicle.
Time to jump in the J Prius.
Jump on the day, fit right in.
Let's go, Jay. It's all you, baby.
It wouldn't
Literally
have been
the-
like it wouldn't have been Ariza and Chris Paul or PJ Tucker, would it? They won
No, but it
65
could have been
games,
Chris
like-
Paul and how good was Clint Capella?
How good was Harden that year?
Ben's in the post. We all know that.
Oh Jesus.
Who else was good? Thunder, Jazz, Pelicans. Oh, Pelicans had Rondo, Drew Holiday, Boogie, and DeMarcus Cousins.
And AD, that's a good answer.
So we'll go Pelicans final answer.
That is correct. Pelicans, AD, and Drew Holiday.
And that's why we ride the J vehicle.
So you can get one more.
Who else? I couldn't tell you who was in the Eastern Conference.
Mm,
Raptors, Pacers. Pacers wouldn't have been there with like Miles Turner and Thad Young or
I don't think
Victor
Thad Young was
Oladipo or
ever
no.
that good.
Whenever I think defense, they always make all defensive teams. I always think the Grizzlies. But I think that's
they're
wrong.
pretty old at this point. I think that was the year Conley was hurt the whole season.
They still make it all the time.
Yeah, they're
Well, it
pretty
could-
old and broken down like the L train.
Come on. Jay, give us a ride in your vehicle.
Yeah, we're riding the J train. Whichever one of those you feel
So
good
here's
on,
my
do
other
it.
question. What about the Jazz with Gobert and Rubio?
Okay, that's a great one.
You want to just guess that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's guess the Jazz.
Tight. That is wrong. Correct answer was the Timberwolves. Robert Covington, Jimmy Butler.
Covington did not play for the Timberwolves that year.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Covington was traded to the Timberwolves for Jimmy Butler, right?
That is true, but
Oh
they
my
both made an
God.
all-defense team that year, and they both played for the Timberwolves.
But it's not the Timberwolves. Did another Sixer make? Because I could have sworn Joel Embiid was like in the midst of his defensive stuffs.
Let me look it up. We're talking
No,
about
this-
all defensive team.
This whole week is compromised. I think we can't count this week.
Gotta start over.
Is that how you feel, Andrew? You don't want to count that? You want to start over at 0?
No, I'm good. But I just
Let's see. We're gonna take
Robert
a look.
Covington and Jimmy Butler didn't ever play together.
That is true.
Hey, Andrew,
Yeah,
you're being a real jerk to Alex who put this all together. He's allowed one mistake.
Okay, Andrew is correct, which means that Andrew does get 200 points there
How does he get 200?
because he said the Sixers, and Joel Embiid and Robert Covington both played for the Sixers that season.
I'm sorry, man. This question, it can't be counted.
We still stole it.
I actually, you know who I blame? I blame Basketball Reference because they had him listed as a Timberwolf guy. All right. Well, it would have been Andrew's third in a row. So no harm, no foul.
they just get to steal 200 points from me for no reason.
You wouldn't have gotten Pelicans, dude. Only Jake could get that.
Wow. Okay.
Only Jay could get that. Only the J Train. Now, the J Train, you guys have control of the board.
Happy to play on our 300.
Look, come on, man. Bring it in, L Trade. Are you eating salami right now?
I'm eating Starburst.
All right. What did you say, Luke? 300, happiest place?
Yes.
Happiest place on earth, 300. You guys have been nailing this category, doing so well on it. There are 9 Pixar movies that did not get a sequel. Name 6 of them, and I'm going to give you 50 points per correct answer.
Hey,
Okay,
guys, I
okay.
think I can
Is
help. I
Wall-E
think this is gonna
Pixar?
be Wall-E.
Yeah.
Final answer.
That is correct.
Up.
A Bog's Life.
Somebody has to say final answer.
Final answer.
A Bug's Life is correct.
Up.
Yeah.
Up. Final answer. They're all old. They'd be dead in the sequel.
That is correct.
Except for the little Boy Scout.
You've gotten 3 of them.
He died too.
Wow.
I know. What's the one about? Oh, Coco. Final answer.
That is correct. You got 4 of them.
What is the one where it's about the emotions?
Oh,
Inside Story.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Are you sure?
Yes,
That's
Inside Out.
the name of it, but
I
also
think it
Moana.
might be the Inside Out.
Inside Out. Final answer.
That is correct. You've gotten 5.
Moana. Final answer.
Okay, so I do not have Moana on my list, and I think it's because Moana is not Pixar.
It is.
Oh my god.
Let me look it up.
It is. Might be DreamWorks though. Jay, God darn it.
Is it DreamWorks?
Could be true.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
I said Moana. The first word.
It
came
is
out.
a non-Pixar Disney animated film. I am sorry, that is incorrect.
I don't agree with that.
You did get 400. Wait, no, not 400. You got 250 points. Now, Andrew, you could get an extra 50 points. Instead of Bug's Life, Wall-E, Coco, Up, and Inside Out.
Onward.
Final answer.
Final.
That is correct. Onward is the brand new one.
I was gonna say the one with the red-haired girl that shoots the arrows.
That is Brave. We also have The Good Dinosaur, and of
And
course
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
And Ratatouille.
Oh, Ratatouille's good.
Now,
That's
Kyle
a-
Thurman Weavers, you still have control because you did get more points.
Keep it going, Luke. Come on, L Train. Let's go.
Happiest place on earth for Hondral.
Happiest place on earth for 400 points. What is the only Disney song to have ever won a Grammy for Song of the Year? And I will tell you, some of them have won Oscars. But this is
it's
the
a
only
Grammy?
song to have ever won a Grammy.
What's the difference?
Grammy's
Really?
just Music. I mean, would it be Let It Go?
Stop.
God, that's a really good one.
I don't know if that. I think it's.
I have a really decent guess, but who knows?
What is it?
It's Randy Newman's "You've Got a Friend in Me."
I know
Oh,
that I
man.
know that did not win.
An Oscar?
I know it did. It didn't win.
That's
I know,
a known. That's a known loser song.
I read an article about it. He did not win. He's nominated. He didn't win. I think this would be Circle of Life, but that's just me.
Call it Elton John. Is that Elton John? I guess you don't need the artist. Circle of Life, final answer.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal.
That may be right, Tayshawn.
I think Luke, if I'm right, Luke is going to be really, really mad about this. Because I think it's A Whole New World.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Correct answer is A Whole New World.
Oh, wow.
For
Don't you
400
dare close
points.
your eyes. Man, I love that one. That was a good
Sang
one.
it in the talent show. With
I sang that in the talent show with Dane.
Luke was dressed as Jasmine.
really
beautiful
pushed-
moment.
It really pushed boundaries.
Y'all remember the Phil Collins song? Y'all remember that Phil Collins song from
Tarzan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that won an award. I think they won an Oscar. Okay, Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
I'll go this team 500.
This team for 500 points. This lottery team set an NBA record for most points scored by their bench, 29, before any of their starters scored. So to start the game, their first 29 points were all scored by the bench. And the only clue I'm giving you is that they were a lottery team.
The Knicks, final answer.
That is incorrect. Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you can steal a quick 500 here and get
Hawks or
a
the
little
Mavericks,
closer.
Oh yeah, good thinking, Jay.
Kings, Suns.
Hawks, Mavericks, Kings, Suns. The Kings had De'Aaron Fox at this point, so it'd be surprising.
This is the year they drafted, right before they drafted Bagley.
Yeah.
Suns would make sense.
Man,
No, not really. Booker's going to at least score something.
Who were the starters on the Hawks? I don't even know who the hell the starters on the Hawks were.
Oh, that probably makes me feel a little confident that it could be them. John Collins is probably there.
I'm just watching L Train, just off in his own thoughts.
Eltrain, what do you think, man?
The Eltern has not been written once.
I'm not very helpful on this one, unfortunately.
Wondering what happened. Just a week ago, he was a champion.
I'll try and
Miguel Davila says, "Is the L train a fraud?"
God.
Oh, wow.
Hey, well, I'm gonna go back and listen to this, and I'm just gonna be blocking people on Twitter.
This is all on YouTube.
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't
search the
punish your
name.
Twitter followers.
God.
Taylor, you done? What do we?
I mean, yeah.
Hawks, final answer.
Well, what do we know about the Kyle Three-Man Weavers? Jay says something, and it's right, and then
Is it the
Taylor
Kings?
shoots him down. It's
Is it
the
the
Kings!
Ah!
Zero trust.
Literally-
Zero trust.
No.
None of my feelings have been dependable.
Oh, man.
God.
All right. Well, Ketchup King, you lost that. So, Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you now have control of the board.
Happiest place on earth, the L train, right?
Yeah, it's been treating you
100.
well. Treating you well. You guys have gotten 250 points from these 5 questions. Let's see what you get on this one. In Toy Story, Woody has 5 main catchphrases when his string is pulled. Name 5 of them.
There's a snake in my.
There's a
boot.
snake in my boots.
You have to say final answer.
Final
Final
answer.
answer.
That is correct. There's a snake in my boot.
Wait, Luke said boots. Are you sure you're gonna count it?
I'm going to be a little bit more lenient on this one because
I said there's a snake in my boot, my books.
Is there one that's like, howdy, partner?
What are is that the only one we know?
I think it's the Howdy Partner.
The howdy partners. There's a
Oh,
snake in my
man.
boot.
You remember Woody? They would pull his pull string. He would say different phrases. There's a snake in my
There's
boot.
a snake in my boobs. There's one like, hey, I'm Woody, and this is the Toy Story.
There's one. Isn't there one where he calls his horse, whatever the horse's name is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the horse's name?
I think there's
he
one.
says, doesn't he say this this town's not big enough for the two of us?
Oh, I like that one. I think so. Call it. Final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct. This town isn't big enough for
real?
the two of us.
I believe
Wow.
it ain't big enough for the
Okay.
two of us, but well,
Actually, it was. I looked it up, and it isn't.
according to my memory of watching this movie 1,000 times, I believe it's
Oh. Reach for the sky. Final answer.
That is also correct. Reach
That's
for the
good.
sky.
Um,
There's two more.
Reach for the sky.
isn't there's a watering hole one? There's a water hole one, I think. Does that sound familiar?
No.
Not really to me either. I think that's all I got, boys. I'm
Yeah,
dry.
I'm cooked.
I'm dry.
Trying to think of. Is there one that just says like "what in tarnation"?
Maybe, but Jay, let's
No.
let's go with your.
Don't trust me now.
Well, this and now or never, man.
Well, Jay, what did you say?
Howdy partner or
Giddy up.
yeah.
Giddy up would be a good one.
Get my horse. What's my horse's name?
I think he says "save a horse, ride a cowboy."
I don't know where my horse
Do you
is.
think he says, "What's my horse's name"?
What is his horse's name? Is it his horse's name is either Bullseye or Bullet? Isn't
It's
it?
bullseye.
Okay, so
let's
that is
say-
obviously not an answer.
Oh, yeah.
What did he say? He pulls the string and he says, "That was a slinky dog."
All right, I think we're done,
giddy
Alex.
Up. Giddy up, final
Giddy
answer.
up, final answer.
All right, Ketchup King. There's two more you could potentially steal.
Taylor had it. It's somebody's poison the water hole.
That is correct for 100 points.
Oh wow, I did have.
Did you say you're my favorite deputy yet? Did they do that one?
They have not,
You're my favorite deputy. Final answer.
and that is the other one.
Oh my god!
So together, you guys got all five. Very good. There's also two others, but I don't remember them, and so I didn't include them. All right.
Oh.
Now
Something we said probably.
you still got more points, Kyle, Three-Man Weaver, so you still have control of the board.
Let's go Mission P 100.
400?
100.
100. Mifton P for 100 points. In March 2018, which Spurs teammate described his own quad injury as, quote, 100 times worse than Kawhi Leonard's, which was reportedly the last straw for Kawhi, according to Woj?
Tony Parker,
Yeah.
final answer.
That is correct. Tony Parker for 100 points. You guys can get one more. Where would you like to go?
200.
Mifton P for 200 points. What was the name of Kevin Durant's burner account on Instagram?
Oh no.
No idea.
It was
Isn't it like- Q starts with Q.
look at your phone.
Uh-oh, we got a QAnon guy here.
Wait, is Kevin Durant Q?
Taylor, what?
Uh,
That doesn't help.
What are you saying?
okay, I just sent another text. Wasn't it that? I thought it was something to do with that. God.
Yeah.
And what was that?
Well, I don't know. I'm hoping to jolt your memories. Oh man.
Ah.
Do you know this, Andrew?
Just a big old smile from the Ketchup King.
We have no idea. Final
Actually,
answer.
I'm pretty sure mine is his fake Instagram.
We don't have any idea. Final answer.
Jay.
We're just stumbling around to nothing. It's just exhausting.
Stumbling around to nothing.
Hold
The
on, hold on,
story
let me-
of the Kyle
Let me
Three-Man
literally
Weavers.
look around my room and see if I see anything that makes me think of Kevin Durant's burner account.
All right, Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal.
I actually don't know this.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I feel like Andrew or Luke should have known this because one of the teams in our fantasy basketball league actually had this as their team name. Correct answer was Choir Sultan.
Told
Okay.
you it was a Q.
Choir is his
Man.
the street name.
And yeah, there was actually supposed to be a bonus question that asked what were the meaning of that, which it was that it was street names where he grew up, but you guys got it. All right, so Ketchup King, you have control of the board.
I love how proud both of you are of I thought it was a Q. I knew it was the street he grew up in.
Yeah,
Cool.
you gave up.
Well,
Well, you gave
it's
up. Jay.
clues. It's clues.
You
J-Mon.
gave up. You gave up, Jay.
Jay's not willing to let the answers marinate for a little.
Andrew,
You
can I
got
play
to
with
let
next
the
week?
J Train and L Train let them marinate.
Wow. I'll go Miffed and P for 300.
Miffed and P for 300 points. In March 2018, J.R. Smith was suspended after throwing a bowl of soup at a Cavs assistant coach. What kind of soup did J.R. throw?
I think this is vegetable soup. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you have a chance to steal.
All right, let's start walking through soups, guys. You have broccoli cheddar from Panera Bread.
Let's start walking through soups.
Okay, bone broth. That's an option. I don't think that's it, but it's an option.
I'm pretty
Tomato.
All right, we're going to go with bone broth. Final answer.
No, not a chance. Correct answer was chicken tortilla. All right, but Kyle Three-Man Weavers, you have control of the board.
Mifton P 400.
Miffed and P for 400 points. Which NBA player led the league in ejections this season? With 5. He was miffed. He was peeved. He was? Question mark?
That's such a normal answer, but that's a great one, Jay.
Yeah or nay?
I ride the J vehicle.
We'll go Kevin Durant. Final answer.
And that is correct for 400 points. It was Kevin Durant. He was miffed. He was peeved. All right. Three-Man Weavers, you control the board.
Mifton P 500.
Miffed and P for 500 points. When John Wall called this opposing player, quote, just a little midget trying to get mad, unquote, close quote, the player responded by saying, quote, now I have somebody in the NBA that I don't like. I don't like him at all now, but I don't think his teammates like him either, so it's nothing new for him.
Wow.
Said that.
Okay. What's the question?
Who's the opposing player?
Yeah, sorry. Who's the opposing player?
What do you think about that for 500 points?
Huh.
Yeah, next week we're going to do open-ended trivia questions.
Hold on, I'm throwing you out one right now.
Okay.
Oh, we're about to ride. We're about to ride this. We're about to ride
Did
this.
you guess it?
No,
Jump
tell us.
on a train, feature, running.
Ooh, that's a good
That's a
one
good one.
too, Jay.
Jay, we ride the J vehicle.
We're gonna go Kimball Walker. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Ketchup King, you have a chance to steal 500 points.
I think this is JJ Barea.
Is that your final answer?
Final.
The correct answer is
JJ Barea.
JJ Barea for 500 points. All right, so we only have top 5 power rankings left, and I wouldn't call it close. All right. So, Ketchup King, you have control of the board. Where'd you like to go?
We'll go top 5 for 100.
Top 5 power rankings for 100. I'm going to give you a category. We'll go back and forth. The first category is total Thunder 3-pointers.
Russell Westbrook.
Russ was number 3.
Paul George.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, that was correct. Paul George was number 1. Back to the Ketchup King.
Carmelo Anthony.
Melo was number 2. Back to the Kyle Three-Man Weavers.
Was Jeremy Grant good yet at threes? I don't think so.
Should,
But
I mean,
maybe.
we not guess Mello?
That's what he just guessed.
I'm so sorry.
I am so
I
sorry.
am so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Who else would it be? Alex Abrinas?
Oh wow,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
that's a
don't know.
pretty good one.
Alex Abrinas. Final answer.
That is correct. Alex Abrinas was number 4, so it goes
Yay,
back
the J vehicle.
to the Kyle Three-Man Weavers for the number 5 ranked player in total Thunder 3-pointers. Who could it be?
Three-man Weavers? Is it to me? It's to me.
It is
It's
to
to you.
you. It's to you. The final answer.
Ketchup King. Right. Big Raymond Felton.
That is correct. Raymond Felton was number 5.
Big Daddy.
Well, you got all 5 of those. Great 100-point question. And where would you like to go next? 200?
200.
All right. The category is points per game in the entire NBA.
James Harden.
James Harden was number 1. Over to the Kyle Three-Man Weavers.
Oh God, I'm scared.
I'm so nervous.
I'm so scared.
T-Train is scared.
Steph, Luke, what you feeling? There's got to be a word.
Dude, but they both suffered, man. I'd say KD if
they?
there was any of them.
Who did they just say? Who did Andrew just say?
Harden.
James Harden.
Harden.
Oh.
Who did he say?
Who he say?
And
Probably. I mean, Katie's got
Kevin Durant. Final answer.
That is incorrect. The Ketchup King got the points. Correct answers: Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Giannis, and Damian Lillard. All right, so that's 200 points. That does seem wrong, though, doesn't it? Where's my phone?
What does?
Yeah. I don't know if I can trust this anymore, guys. I'll be honest with you.
Evan, when he played for the Warriors?
Let me look it up.
this whole week is just down the drain. I don't know if we can count it.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. 2017, 2018. League leaders. Here we go. Points per game. Number 1. I'm just stalling. James Harden, 30.4. Anthony Davis, 28.1. LeBron James, 27.5. Damian Lillard, 26.9. Giannis, 26.9.
Wow.
So what did he average? The KD man. Oh, KD was number 6. And he had 26.4. Russ was number 7.
Wow.
I was right. All right. Ketchup King, you still have control of the board.
Top 5 power rankings, 300.
Top 5 power rankings for 300. Category is total Thunder blocks.
Stephen Adams. Finally.
Steve Adams, number 1.
Jeremy Grant. Final answer.
Jeremy Grant was number 2.
Paul George.
Paul George was number 5. So we're missing number 3 and number 4.
Oh God.
Who was the backup center?
Jeremy.
Was that really? Man.
Jeremy.
Hold on. Who have we said so far?
You've said Steven Adams, Jeremy Grant, and Paul George.
What do you think about Russ, Taylor?
Oh man.
Oh man.
I mean, I
kinda
ride the J.
I kind of want to be
vehicle.
wild.
It's
Can I be
it's
wild?
Russ. It's what's your
Jay,
one?
who do you want to say,
Mello?
Jay?
I kind of want to say Mello.
Say Mello.
I ride the J
felt
vehicle.
Mello.
Carmelo Anthony, final answer.
Carmelo, number 3.
Ow. Ow.
Riding in the J vehicle.
So the only answer left is the number 4 player in blocks. What's that?
Andre?
Is that your final guess?
Yeah.
Let's see what the correct answer was.
Yeah.
Number 4, Josh Eustace.
Josh Eustace.
Wow.
Josh Eustace. So that was for 300 points.
Suck it, Andrew.
All right.
Yeah.
Andrew sucks.
All right, Kyle Three Man Weavers, you have control of the board.
Let's go L Train. He is in the bathroom.
He is
We'll
in the
go
bathroom.
Top 5 rankings for 400.
For 400 points, the category is Rookie of the Year voting.
Rookie of the year.
That was tough.
Jason
Rookie
Tatum,
of
final
the
answer.
Year voting. Jason Tatum was number 3 in Rookie of the Year voting.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year.
Donovan Mitchell, final answer.
Donovan Mitchell
Good,
was
Jay.
number 2. Back to the Ketchup King.
Oh.
Laurie Markkinen.
That is incorrect.
Ooh, suck this butt, Andrew.
Ah, yeah.
The other 2 names, Kyle Kuzma and Dennis Smith.
Ooh, Coos.
All right, so the Kyle Three Man Weavers will have first chance at the last question for 500 points.
Can you make it worth?
No, the category is 6th Man of the Year voting.
Like
Okay,
Taylor,
I mean,
Lou Williams, right?
Yeah.
Lou
He's always
Williams,
in
final
top
answer.
5.
Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year.
Um,
Sixth man of the year.
Fred Van Vliet.
Fred Van Vliet was number 3 in 6th Man of the Year voting.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Was Crawford still in the league?
Luke's just laying in bed. head on the pillow.
This is just not the same L train.
Yeah, you guys got a very different L train from what we're used to.
I didn't take a nap.
I would.
Taylor, I'm sending one you right now.
Hey, to be fair though, this is week 1, and we all remember
Yep,
week 1
go
L
that.
train from
What
the
about
first
this one?
time.
Oh man, you've got a lot of good ones out here. Oh man, which you know what? I ride the J vehicle. Which one do you feel? Best
Marcus
about?
Smart, final answer.
That is incorrect.
You
Mother.
Any other guesses for fun?
J.R. Smith, Montrezl Harrell.
Eric
Miguel
Gordon.
Davella has one more comment. He says, Andrew, please ride the L train on your last question. You know, just finish the job.
People are
Yep.
mean.
The other answers: Eric Gordon,
Eric
Will
Gordon.
Barton, and
I
Wayne
did say
Ellington.
Eric Gordon.
He
dang.
did say Eric Gordon.
Now,
And online is a toxic place.
before we wrap up, there is a bonus question. One last bonus question for the Ketchup King. There have been 4 international players who have won 6th Man of the Year. Name 2 of them.
Tony Kukoc.
Manu Ginobili.
You have to give me 2
Oh.
names.
Tony Two Crotch.
Damn, we win. Honestly, thank you, L train.
What do you say, Andrew?
Said Tony Kukoc.
That is correct. Manu, Leandro Barbosa, Tony Kukoc, and Detlef Shrimp. Buttlip Shrimp.
Oh, the butt lips.
All right, so that brings us to the end of week 1 of Andrew versus the world. And the score is the Ketchup King, 6,150 points, to the Kyle Three-Man Weavers with 2,950 points. Ketchup King is up 1 week to 0. 1 brain versus 3 brains. Well, join us next week for 2018, 2019. I legitimately think that was our worst beating.
No way.
I'm going through the okay. It wasn't. So 1 week there was 6,450 to 2,650. So this is second worst. Destruction.
Oh no.
Well, Luke, have a
Wow.
good night, man.
L Train's brushing his teeth.